Hi everyone, Stacy here today to do the question answer video from the Michael Kors Mini Selma giveaway video. If you remember, for that giveaway contest, you had to, of course, subscribe to The Amazing Shopper, my YouTube channel, and tell me down below how you found my channel and ask me a question. I said I would do another video to answer those questions. And everybody kept it G-rated. I appreciate that. It didn't get too crazy. And so I'm here shooting in my daughter's bedroom during Christmas break to answer these questions. Alright, so let's start off. I'm just scrolling down from the video. The questions in order what like most liked or something like that. So this one was from Shelby Epps. If you could have dinner with any three people, dead or alive, famous or not, who would you choose and why? Actually, that was my favorite question of all of them. The three people that I would select are both of my grandmothers and Jesus. And my grandmothers simply because I miss them. My paternal grandmother passed away when I think I was 8, and I was the first granddaughter on that side of the family, and so I was the apple of her eye, and she spoiled me rotten, and I would definitely love to speak with her again. And then my other grandmother, the one that I showed the purse collection of, try not to get emotional here, just, you know, she passed away pretty suddenly. We didn't see it coming. I'd love to just chat with her and, you know, have some last thoughts. I don't want to get into that any further because I'll start crying. And then Jesus. And actually, that's kind of a cheating question because if there's anybody else I would want to talk about when Jesus know about that person, you know, dead or alive. Hey, what was George Washington like, you know? And I can't think of anybody else I would rather speak with than our Lord. This one's from Nicole McKay. My question: what kind of camera and equipment do you use for your videos? I use a standard ring light. I bought it off of Amazon for like $170, I think. It's adjustable. It's seen a lot of action. Still ticking, thank goodness. I also have another stand where I do my hand videos. A tripod I got at Walmart. A sheet as my backdrop, and then I bought backdrop poles for like $20-$30, nothing crazy. I have a small backdrop pole and larger ones that you have to put together depending on what type of video I need to shoot. My camera is a Casio XLIM. I've done a couple reviews on this camera. It's from Japan, bought off of Amazon. My friend Mel, who helps with these videos, does the editing and the release of them. She suggested it to me. It wasn't terribly popular yet in the States, but here's a trick. It actually makes your skin look better, your teeth whiter, and it takes a few pounds off by lengthening your body if you're doing selfies, and it's helped with videos. I don't know about the poundage, but the skin and teeth I can definitely attest to. I'm like, wow, that looks really good. So I highly recommend this camera. It's made specifically for selfies, but it does a great job with videos as well. Let's see here. From Melody Oliver: how often do you change purses? Whenever I feel like it. If I feel like a certain color, I'll change to it. Now what I do is I have my office and my closet with my office, but the purses I use a lot during that particular time I'll keep in my bedroom up on the shelf because I can't be running down, you know, deciding every day what kind of purse I'm going to use because my kids gotta run with them. So often have the ones I'm using the most often for however length of time ready there, available, so I can switch out pretty easily. Also function, you know, if I need something bigger to hold kid stuff, if I need something more durable like the Lighten Up, you know, for shopping, or if I want something smaller, you know, what have you. I'll keep those handy. From Berg Mom, and I've seen this question several times. How do you organize all your Vera? Well, I'm going to do a storage video before we move out of this house in 3 weeks to show you guys how I keep my current Vera. There's nothing crazy about it. I do have to clean it up a little bit because it's also my office. And I'll show you how I have it all. So it's nothing that people would probably have everywhere. Then I have throws that are stored underneath our beds and bed bags. I have some in the closets that we use a lot. I used to have, before we had to put stuff in storage to show the house, I had my antique coat chest that stored several throws in it. But I'll do a storage video here in the next week or so. Let's see here. From April Brooks, my question is, what is your favorite handbag to use? Hands down, the Carson from Vera Bradley. Right now, I have it in microfiber, leather, and fabric. It's my go-to bag. It fits a lot. It's easy to carry. I've done a review on it. Definitely check that out because it's a great bag to use. Hi Stacy from Sarah S. What was your most disappointing bag you purchased from Veera or otherwise? Hands down, the Fenwick. From Vera Bradley. I'm gonna do a review on this, but it's like I there's so much I dislike about this bag. The review's actually a little intimidating. It's like, wow, because I love Vera Bradley, but I don't love this bag. The only reason I kept it is because I got it super duper cheap, and we'll talk about that in a review here shortly. Let's see here. Bag organization. From Bella, if you could purchase and own only one bag from any designer and have only that bag to use, what would it be and why? Obviously still the Carson. It would have been the Saddle Up, but the Carson is my new favorite from Vera Bradley. I've tried other saddlebags and from other brands. I even have one, Middle Monta MM from Louis Vuitton that I got used. That it's cute. It's Louis Vuitton, but functionality wise, it would have to be the Carson. Hi Stacy from Angelica Nacion, I think. What do you like doing with your family during your free time? What's free time? What do we do? Well, my kids are 7, 4, and 2. Gosh, we're just so busy running around everywhere. My oldest is in hockey, and then we have baseball in the summers. We go to the indoor water park sometimes. What else do we do? There's not a whole lot to do around here. When we move back to Fort Wayne, I plan on taking them to museums. Definitely Tin Caps baseball games. That'll be a lot of fun. It's kind of hard with the 2-year-old to do some things, especially with 3 kids. We just spend time together. One thing I love about this house is that it has great family rooms. In both the living room and the family room, I consider our family rooms because we spend time together. Just at home. Question for you from Kelly K. Why wouldn't you have kept the purse for yourself? Okay, so I gave away the Michael Kors Mini Selma bag to Marilyn Johnson, if you saw that winning video. Why didn't I keep it? Why not give it away? It was actually a lot of fun. I love doing giveaways. It makes me feel good to share purse joy with fellow purse lovers. I think I talked about how I came about this bag. My friend Mel in California, Nordstrom sent it to her by accident, and she said that she contacted Nordstrom. Hey, you sent me this bag. I didn't order it. And they're like, keep it. Great. So I had her ship it to me. She wasn't going to keep it. I had her ship it to me. It's a little small for me to use every day, but I think it could be a great shopping bag for ladies who adore Michael Kors. I thought it would be a great purse to give away, especially for something like 1,000 subscribers. It's not a cheap bag, so that was fun. Jennifer Owens, do you have any of the Vera Bradley laptop messenger bags? I'm sorry, I do not. I have the hard laptop portfolio that I've shown in a few videos in Imperial Toile. I like the hard case over soft cases. I think it protects my laptop more when I'm traveling with it, or just taking it somewhere locally. So I haven't switched that bag. Question from Ella Florinovich. Ooh, that's a hard one to say. Would you rather use a Vera Bradley purse for the rest of your life or a Vera Bradley wallet for the rest of your life? Purse for the rest of my life. I've mentioned this a few times, and you've seen in my collection videos, I have far more purses than I do wallets. I need to do a few more wallet videos to show all my collection. But I actually really like to use leather wallets inside fabric bags so that when I'm reaching in there, trying to find something, I'm not grabbing fabric. I'm grabbing something with a little bit of different texture, and so I can find it right away. Leah Hernandez, my question is, what other brands of purses do you like? Love Cath Kidston. That's my second favorite purse brand. I need to do a video on my collection. It's a small collection. It's a British brand, so their bags are not easy to come by, although they can be fairly reasonable. Louis Vuitton is probably my favorite. Is definitely my favorite high-end brand. I have just a couple pieces in Louis Vuitton. Dooney and Burke, I have a few in that, mostly in Disney. Yeah, Vera is my favorite. Let's see here. Stacy from Blog Malayo. Would you rather only one style Vera Bradley bag in every pattern possible for the rest of your life? Would you rather wear only one style Vera Bradley bag in every pattern for the rest of your life? Or any style bag in every style of Vera Bradley bag in only one pattern? That's a good question. I would prefer the Carson in every pattern ever made, hands down. M. Costello, is there a print you wish Vera Bradley would bring back? I thought about this one. I think Java Blue would be a great one to bring back in some of the newer styles. Also Apple Green would be cool. Piccadilly Plum, Chelsea Green, those I would love to see brought back. They've done that before in the past, especially like pink elephants, so maybe that'll happen all the time. Another storage question. My question from Monkey Gracie. Gracie is, are you going to have any more kids? No. No. The baby factory has been closed permanently. Like I said, I have 3 kids. 3 is what we wanted, and I believe that was in God's plan as well for us, because my third did a real number on my body. I had cholestasis, gestational diabetes, gestational hypertension, and then after I had him, I developed HELP. I had to have a blood transfusion. I passed out like 6 times after having him. I've had to have a C-section every time. My hips don't allow for babies to pass through. My oldest got stuck in an emergency C-section, so it's like, why did you do VBAC? I can't. My body's not built for that. But there was so much scar tissue. As I was having my C-section, they're like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have any more babies. All the scar tissue here. And we'd already planned that. I had my tubes tied. And my husband thanks me a lot for doing that rather than a vasectomy. But with the cholestasis, a 4th baby would be very, very, very high risk. It's kind of a rare condition. It affects your liver. My liver enzymes were way high, and he had to be delivered right away there at like 37 weeks, I think. because it was getting way too dangerous for him to be in there. That said, he was my healthiest baby. He had no jaundice, nothing at all wrong with him. So that was kind of crazy, considering how sick I was. I had the jaundice. I turned yellow, but he was healthy. So no more babies. I'm also pushing 40, so I'm done. Although my grandmother had her last at 42. God bless her, can't do it. Let's see here from Nikki. What is your first Vera Bradley piece that started your obsession or love for Vera Bradley? I mentioned this a few times in my videos. Citrus. That pattern, that yellow pattern, the flip side has elephants in it on the interior. When I saw those elephants, I remember the exact moment seeing those elephants. Like, I love this brand. This is amazing. I love these elephants. I'm not even a big elephant person. I just loved it on that purse. It's a small toggle toe. Fortunately, I didn't keep it. I should have. But that was my very first Vera Bradley piece that I bought, and I used. I bought it with a bunch of other stuff at the annual outlet sale, where I found Vera Bradley. Let's see here. From Yanolga 28. Organization question. Do you coordinate your Vera Bradley handbags with your manicures? First of all, I don't do manicures. I don't have time to do it. I paint my nails myself. I do not coordinate them with my nails, although I do know ladies that do. I do like nails coordinated with outfits, so that's really cool, but that's not always possible. Okay, Sarah Couch, friends on Facebook. What made you decide to do videos, and how do you keep from being nervous? I think I've mentioned this before. How I decided to do videos. I've had this collection for years. It's growing, obviously. I have a hard time parting with stuff. I do occasionally part with stuff. But my friend Mel is a social media manager, and she convinced me to do videos saying, hey, there's not a lot of Vera Bradley out there on YouTube. What there is out there is older. You should do videos on your collection, and I can help you with it. Huge help. So this channel was started, almost 11 months ago, and she's coached me along the way and helped me do those. How do I keep from getting nervous? I laugh because my very first video I did, oh my god, that day I almost threw up. I was so nervous shooting, and it's like, Stacy, you can do this. Like, I'm giving myself a pep talk, you know. First few videos I did, I know my first video didn't make it to YouTube. It was so bad. I didn't have my Casio yet. I was trying on my Nikon, and it's not built for doing videos. Oh, it was so bad. And you gotta realize, I'm not in front of a live studio audience. I'm talking to a camera. I can see myself talking to you guys, and I'm having a conversation with myself and with all of you in my head around me. So it's just a conversation. Just talking. There's my daughter's heater going off there. But if it's bad, just delete it. I just delete it. And actually, I rarely have videos that I have to try over and over again. And usually if that happens, it's because of a technical difficulty, like my camera battery is going low, or the lighting is off, or, you know, I say something wrong repeatedly. Start over again, Stacey. So really, it's not hard. Also, I talk about what I love. And how hard is it to talk about what your passions are? It's you know, easy to do. It's not nerve-wracking at all. Not anymore, for sure. I mean, I shoot 7 to 8 videos a week, so I better have gotten over any bag of nerves that I've had. Let's see here, from Devion Reese. I was wondering, favorite Vera Bradley bag and print. Obviously the Carson. Besides what Vera is your favorite brand, Kath Kisson is my second favorite. My favorite print is Heather. That said, I have a lot of close seconds. Heather has the blues and the purples, and I just see something in that pattern almost every time that just makes me happy. It's a happy pattern. What other hobbies do you have? From Carly S. Reading, cooking, etc. Cooking. No, I hate cooking. When we lived in California, I barely cooked at all. We just grilled outside every day. My husband's an excellent griller. He uses charcoal grill. It was so good. You have like lime trees in the back and other fruit trees. You can have fresh fruit with your meal, and yeah. So in North Dakota here, I've had to cook better for my family, and I get by. I have a few dishes that people really like, but they're easy. They're easy stuff. I don't try hard stuff. So cooking is not a hobby. I love to read. I do love to read. I'm still in the Outlander books. I'm on book 5 or 6 of the Outlander series. I don't get a ton of time to read, but I do try to read before I go to bed every night, just to help relax and unwind and help fall asleep during so I don't have anything on my head or in my head while I'm going to sleep. Let's see here. Is there a question here? From Catherine _90. Did you purchase anything from the new Vera Bradley Disney that recently came out? I think she's talking about the Alice in Wonderland. Honestly, I don't even remember the name of it because I didn't buy anything. I'm not a huge red black person, color scheme. That said, my aunt loves it, and I try to buy her stuff in it. And I'm not an Alice fan, so I did not buy anything in that newest Disney pattern. So I'm curious what they'll have next, because it's not for me. Cherie Garrett, of course, this is 4 months ago. Where all are you moving to next? Obviously, I'm going back to Fort Wayne. I'm moving back to Fort Wayne, Indiana, the home of Vera Bradley. Have some ideas cooking up in my head for this channel. Different things to do. Can't wait to go home. I'm not from Fort Wayne. I lived there for 8 years, something like that. 8 years. And it's home. It's always felt like home. So my husband is from there. Beatrice Villatoro. When did your interest in Vera Bradley become what it is now? Aside from just loving the brand and having a few pieces, you're so knowledgeable in all Vera. Good question. I belong to Vera Bradley Buzz. It's a great Facebook fan group. You should definitely join if you're a big fan of Vera Bradley. Like I said, I lived in Fort Wayne for 8 years, and I became passionate about it about 4 years into living in Fort Wayne. And living in Fort Wayne and being knowledgeable of the brand, talking to people, I got to learn a lot about Vera Bradley that way. Obviously, if you're passionate about it, you're going to know things about it, and that's part of the reason why my friend Mel talked me into this doing these videos, because she was pretty impressed with my knowledge. There are some things that I do have to do research on before I do a video, like details, like dates, or I've used notes in my videos before. I'll read reviews, get other people's take on something, because I don't want it just to be my opinion. Obviously, it's my channel, my opinion, but I want to express what other people are talking about. And I hear it knocking on my daughter's door. It's probably my daughter. I love crafting. How did you find out about Vera Bradley? Well, I lived in Fort Wayne. You can't live in Fort Wayne and not hear about Vera Bradley. So that's pretty much how I heard about it. She's trying to come in. My sister, my middle sister, got her collection started through my aunt. That's the first time I really saw Vera Bradley, but I heard all about it at the place I used to work at. Let's see here. What has been your favorite all-time pattern and bag? Answered that. Killer Bees. She's been a fan from early on. Thank you. Do you have some Vera Bradley items that you know you'll never use? I'm really bad with stationery. I love it. I want to get it, and if I get it really cheap, I'll get it, and then I don't use it. I've gotten better since I've been at home and not working in an office, but if I'm in an office setting, I want all things Vera Bradley, and then I don't use it all. So, yeah. Let's see here. Storage. Gioni Claire Bags, Red Rocker Mom 0630. I only have one Claire, it's in Suzani. I need to do a video of that, like all the stuff I only have one of. Maybe in the next house I'll do that, because that would be quite a job to get all that together. Marilyn Johnson, who won the bag, did you begin your channel and social media as for fun or as a job? It's not a job, it's for fun. I don't make anything off of this. The money through AdSense, any affiliations, I'm not at the break-even point. I'm still in the red. Considering the cost of my equipment, I pay a sitter $40 a week to watch my kids 4 hours. So it's definitely a labor of love. So it's not a job to me. It's just for fun, and love talking to you guys. And if I'm ever in the black, I'll be like, yay! Let's see here. Do you enjoy the petite double hip zipper from Victoria Padilla? I only have one. It's in Lucky Dots, and that's another onesie I need to show. I only used it a couple times. It was okay. I really feel like that's for a younger person, a younger person's purse. What inspired you to begin shooting these videos? From Nicole Adams. Again, my friend Mel talked me into it. Let's see here. Organization, storage. Absolute favorite Veera bag. Still the saddle up. I love the Carson. How do you feel about the changes of bags at Vera Bradley? From Melissa Nicole, another avid Vera Bradley fan. I've made my opinions well known. I think that in the last couple of years, Vera Bradley took a turn for the worse on quality overall, but they are trying to fix it now. I don't know whose idea it was to change linings, but it wasn't a good call, and they are rectifying that. I'm curious to see what other changes we'll see, you know, in the future. I have seen some patterns that are coming up in next releases, a sneak peek into the ad campaign, and I really think that they're listening. I know they're listening to us. They've listened to me. They listen to us, and they are making the appropriate changes. Again, guys, if you have an issue with Vera Bradley, let them know, because they are listening to us. I promise you. You know, something that they do that I've seen firsthand at their, if you've driven up to Fort Wayne office, I-69, see the Vera Bradley Distribution Center. A little bit further back is their design center. It's not quite as visible. But in the distribution center is where all returns go in, and they inspect every return. So they're looking for quality issues. So they do pay attention to us. Organization. How do you, storage. When did I start collecting Vera Bradley? From Ashley Deal, 2006, I think it was. I bought a ton at the Vera Bradley outlet sale. I gave a bunch to my mom, my sisters, and that really what got my collection started. Let's see here. Oh, this is a good one. You mentioned before that your family moves every couple of years. Do you have plans to move overseas, or would you like to live in a different country in general? NKI to USA. Any other country? Gosh. In a perfect world, I would be on a Greek island, Santorini. I think England would be a really cool place to live. I don't speak any other languages. So it'd be hard to live in a country where English wasn't the main language. But England has, Great Britain has calf kissing. That'd be really cool. Some countries that I've been to, of course, I've been in the Bahamas. I've been to Mexico. We actually got married in Mexico in Cancun. I've been to Hong Kong. I've been to China. I've been to Guangzhou, Shanghai, Beijing. That was a lot of fun, and that was really cool. I wouldn't want to live there, but it was really cool to visit. And that was for a previous job that I had. This next move to Fort Wayne is our last place. I'm saying, I'm not going to say it's our last move because it's more likely going to be a couple moves within Fort Wayne. But Fort Wayne is our destination. We've been trying to get back to Indiana for 7 years now, and we're finally making it there. My question is, how do you like living in the Midwest, and what do you do for fun other than shopping for Vera? Tessa. Midwest is home. It's where I grew up. I lived on the West Coast. My husband's lived on the East Coast. We lived in the Northern Plains. Got my fill of that. Great people, horrible weather. Negative 22 out today. But Midwest is home. It is. People are friendly there. Taxes are lower. Cost of living's lower. And I can't wait to go home. Who influenced you on Vera Bradley, Kelly Sneed? Me, myself, and I. Those little elephants sucked me right in. Let's see here. Storage. Where do you get all the money to do all of this amazing shopping? Super Vera Lover 20. Good question. I sell clothes that I thrift or buy through sales. I sell cake toppers on eBay. I've mentioned that a couple times. I do my storage video. You'll see some of that storage there. I sell shoes. It's, my play money. So I'm very blessed with a husband that has a good career, his dream job. So we've traveled all over the U.S. for that. But I really can't see him doing anything else. So I'm very blessed to be able to do that. Let's see here. Very first Vera Bradley, citrus, little toggle tote. Marissa Michelle. Oh, good question. I live in the UK. My question is, would you still have so many Vera bags if you had to pay overseas shipping? From Kirsten Gable. No, I would have Kath Kiston if I was in the UK. And I would be doing one video on my Vera Bradley collection like I will be doing on my Kath Kidston collection. So yeah, that was an easy one for me. Let's see here. Why did you make videos? Let's see here. Great questions. Here's the last one. Of course, interest in Vera Bradley handbags. Again, I fell in love with those little elephants, and it just grew from there. Some specific, what drew me into the annual outlet sale in the first place, I kept hearing about what great deals there were, kept seeing it on the news, all these women going to the Coliseum to buy Vera Bradley, and I had to check it out. I had to see what the fuss was all about. Until then, I really feel like I was kind of drifting purse-wise. I needed a connection. I didn't have that. I didn't even use a purse in college. I had a little pocket wallet that I kept in my pocket. Other than my backpack, of course. I remember my sister getting a Bermuda Blue Amy, her first bag from an aunt, and a little matching zip ID case. I think it burnt in the fire, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure it did. At her house. And then I also remember I can't remember the lady's name, a lady that worked at the same company that I did, held up a little petal pink luggage tag. I paid $2 for this. Okay, I need to check this out. So on a Saturday morning, I went by myself, and ever since then, bought me some Vera. So yeah, okay guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I already talked longer than what my camera runs. It's a little blip there. You see that, and that's why. We're going to do some more giveaways. Still thinking ideas what I want to do. Of course, we're moving in a few weeks, so do I want to wait till after we move or try to do something? Anyway, try to figure that out. So we'll do a storage video before we leave this house, and then hopefully in our new home, I'll do another storage video of how I'm storing stuff there. However else I'm going to do that. I wish I could pick up this house and move it with me. I love this house. It was built in the 1950s. It's vintage, and we fixed it up, and it's amazing. Alright guys, we'll wrap this up. If you want to purchase Vera Bradley products, you can find links down below. Also links to my blog, and I'm on social media. You can find me on Instagram, The Amazing Shopper, Facebook, The Amazing Shopper, Twitter, Amazing_Shopper. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to The Amazing Shopper for future giveaways. See videos that I've done. Pop Sugar, Stitch Fix, stuff I've done with my kids, Vera Bradley, other purse brands, all that fun stuff. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this up, and I will talk to you later. Bye.